Good afternoon. Welcome to your Tuesday gentle class. I'm Tommy. I'll be guiding you through your practice, subbing in for Kristen today. She'll be back next week. Great to be here. This is actually my first class back after a nice long summer break. So happy to be here to guide you through your practice. It's truly an honor. As always, as everyone says, this is your practice. So listen to your body. I like to cue everything very, very accessible to start with, build that nice solid foundation. And then I'll continue to cue maybe some additional options for intensity. Take it or leave it. This is your yoga buffet as you like it. So take what you like, leave what you don't. We want you going home feeling better than when you show up today. All right, so we're going to start on our backs and have that strap. I guess I need a strap. I told everyone to get a strap. So grab a strap. Oh, and sorry if you're on Zoom there, Will. If you have a strap, go ahead and grab one. A belt could work as well. You could even use like a towel, right? Just something to get a little bit of extension. Just have that off to the side. We're going to come back to that in a second. Just nestle down through the shoulders. Just take a moment and kind of roll the shoulders up near the ears and then pull them back down. Feel a nice, easy curve in that mid to low back. And then we're just going to go ahead and bend the knees and just start to draw the knees up towards the chest. So just gently squeezing, pulling them up and in, guiding them up, and just start to feel the ribs connect with the tops of the thighs here. You can reach across and sort of bind, maybe grabbing the other wrist. You can just have fingertips on the outer edges of the knees, wherever it's comfortable. Take a nice big breath into the belly here. Fill up through the side ribs. Create some space. And then on that exhale, just draw those knees back up and in a little bit deeper. And then pull your tailbone back down towards the earth. So that'll create a nice little stretch there in that low back. Maybe just a gentle rock there, side to side. And just take a few breaths here. Just starting to settle in. Tuning into the practice, tuning into the moment, tuning into how the body's feeling this afternoon. And then keep the toes or the heels towards each other. And then just let the knees start to open up like a book. So let the knees go nice and wide here. You can grab for those outer edges of the knees, maybe a little drop of those knees back up and in, and just start to feel those inner thighs separate. Soften those inner thighs, breathe into the groin, breathe into the pelvic bowl. Nice big breath into the lowest part of the belly here. Nice, gentle exhale, back out through the nose. One more deep breath in. And then on that exhale, just guiding the knees back to center, drawing the knees back up and in. And we're just going to do some circles here. So just letting the knees part again, letting them roll out to the edges of the mat. Bringing the knees back up and in, and just some circular motion with those kneecaps, getting into those inner thighs, just starting to open up, creating some space for that breath. And then just take that same circle in the opposite direction. So drawing the knees down, back up in together, pulling the knees back up and in, and then letting them part at the top. Connecting breath with movement. All right, let's go ahead and let that all go. Take a happy baby here. So let the heels come up towards the ceiling. Flex and draw the toes back down towards you, protecting the knees. You can grab for either outer edges of the feet, maybe just grabbing for shins or the calves, and then just drawing the tailbone down, drawing the knees towards the armpits. Pull down through the low back and feel that connection with the sacrum. Just a gentle rock, just getting warmed up. No need to go too deep yet. Breathing, settling in. And exhale, release everything. Knees stay bent, heels come down. We'll go ahead and reach for that strap. And then you can just take the strap towards the center. Let's go ahead and take the left foot, draw it up towards the sky, flex and draw those toes back down towards you. And then just sliding the fingers along the strap so that the shoulders come back down towards the mat. So you're not pinching the shoulders up around the ears. Just slide fingertips back so the shoulder blades nestle down. And then just stretching out through that hamstring. So just flexing the foot, drawing those toes back down towards you, press through the heel. Feel that stretch go through the calf, into the back of that hamstring. Straighten and bend here. Breathing, settling in. We're going to go ahead and take both sides of that strap in the left hand. We're going to take the right arm out to a T or cactus arm. And we're just going to bend that left knee and just do kind of a half happy baby here. So just using that strap to guide that foot down, maybe getting a little bit more openness on that inner thigh on the left side. Wonderful. And then just moving back and forth. So left leg goes up, straighten it out, flex into that hamstring, back into that happy baby, bending the knee, guiding the knee down towards the left armpit as much as is comfortable, and just moving with the breath. Inhaling, opening, knee comes down, exhaling, heel comes up, straighten the leg. Just a few times, pause anywhere that feels good. Stay there. If you like a little bit more, keeping that strapped in the left hand, maybe just guiding that leg straight out to the edge, opening up that inner thigh a little bit more. You can have a bend in that knee, no need to hyperextend. Breathe into that space. Let's go one more big breath wherever you are. Exhale, go bend into the knee. Just release the strap, give that leg a little shake out. And just set yourself up for that second side. Foot goes into the strap, and you want that strap not right on the heel, just right in the center, right below the ball of the foot. Go ahead and flex that foot, press into the heel, draw the toes back down towards you. You kind of flex and straighten, getting into the calf muscle. And when you're ready, switching that strap into that right hand. And then just go ahead and start to bend into that knee, flex. Open up into that inner thigh, half happy baby here. And then just working with the breath, going back up, straightening the leg, getting into the hamstring, bending that knee, getting back into that inner thigh, and just back and forth, working on some mobility, getting that synovial fluid moving in the joints. And if you like a little more intensity, maybe letting that right leg fall all the way out to the side. And bending the knee is fine there. Breathe into the pelvis, breathe into the groin. Let's take one more big breath in there. And go ahead, release when you're ready. We'll just place that strap off to the side. Then options here, if you like, and if it's okay in the back and neck, if you want to roll up and down the spine, just getting a little bit of spinal movement. Otherwise, just roll off to one side, and we're going to make our way to a comfortable seated position. So do whatever is right for your body and practice. All right, we'll go ahead and come up to a comfortable seat. Legs can be crossed and stacked. Legs can be out in front of you if you're tight in the hips. And also have a blanket here just on that. Right underneath the tailbone here. And what that's doing is just evening out the hips and the knees a little bit, taking some pressure off the side knees here. All right, let's take a moment here. Just roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Place the palms on the thighs, either face up or face down, and just pull the elbows back a little bit so the chest starts to open. Let the eyes fall shut here for a moment. We're just going to connect with the breath. Nice big breath in. Notice where the breath enters the body, the cool air right at the tip of the nostrils. Feel that sensation, roll over the back of the throat, fill up through the lungs and belly, soften those ribs, soften the lungs, and let that breath start to create some space in the torso. Front to back, feel it in the back of the ribs, feel it in the side ribs, feel it in the rib cage and solar plex. Just conscious connection to that breath as you start to settle in a little bit more. Feel that rhythm of breath On that exhale, when you exhale all the air out, just a little squeeze of the belly down and in, those lower ribs, just squeezing out that stale, stagnant breath that you might have in there. That gives you a little bit more space for that next inhale to fill up nice and large. Start to make that conscious connection with breath, settling into a little bit of stillness. Let that begin to just settle that busy mind as well. Releasing the grip physically in the body, also just releasing the grip mentally in the body. Nothing to control, nothing to compare, nothing to accomplish for the next hour. Just be here with your breath, with movement. Connecting to our true nature and just letting that ego dissolve. So one more cycle, nice and large. Fill up. And a nice little exhale out through the nose. Let it all go. Any tension you're holding in the back of that jaw, soften the brows, relax the throat muscles. That softly blink those eyes open. Let's go ahead and take the right arm up, lift it up nice and tall, reach out through those fingertips. We'll go and take the left fingertips just to the ribs here. Take a nice big breath in, right into those fingertips here. Feel your crown of your head grow up nice and tall as you create length in the torso. On the exhale, we're just going to take that top hand across the knee. And we're going to take that left hand and just reach it back behind you. So sit up nice and tall so you're not rounding the spine. And then just reach back with that left hand. A little gentle twist here. And you're using that right hand on the knee just for a little leverage to twist back. A nice big breath in here to the left rib cage. Nice, gentle exhale out. Then we're going to take that left hand. We're just going to reach it up. Nice big breath in. On the exhale, reach up nice and tall. And then just a gentle side stretch, reaching over. And you're using that right hand to spin and pull that left rib cage back. So we're not rounding forward. We're trying to open up through that side body as much as we can. So one more cycle. Exhale brings you back up. We're going to take that left hand. We're going to reach it across the knee or thigh, just so the arms are kind of crossed. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. Deep breath in. On the exhale, just take the chin towards the chest, round the spine. You can walk the fingertips to the outer edges of the thighs. Spread your shoulder blades apart. Spread the scapula apart. Nice big breath into the back here. Just notice as we go through these different positions and poses, how the breath changes, where it can move freely, where you can find space. Breathe that short, shallow breath in the top of the chest. So really letting that breath explore and travel. Let's go one more here. Nice, exhale, release across the hands. Setting up for that second side. Let's go ahead and take the left arm up nice and tall. Reach it up, grow up through those ribs. Place that hand there. Breathe into that space in those side ribs. On the exhale, we'll take that top hand across the knee. Let it reach back with that right arm. Before you take the twist, sit up nice and tall. Pulling that low back in just a little bit. Big breath into the heart space. One more. Exhale, release. We're going to take that right hand up. Keep that cross of the left hand across the knee. Deep breath in. Exhale, little tip over to the side. And drop down through that opposite hip. Pressing into that knee. And again, spinning the torso. Pulling those right ribs back so you can create some space here. One more cycle. And release. Back to center. We're just going to switch the cross of the knees, just to kind of the feet, just to balance everything back out. Wonderful. We're going to go through that same sequence one more time. Right arm up, nice and tall. Deep breath in. Exhale, take the twist. Reach it all the way back. Big breath in here. Crown of the head up, nice and tall. Exhale, back to center. Taking that arm up, Deep breath into the ribs. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale, we're going to spin and reach back and open up. Inhale, back up to center. We're going to go ahead and take the left hand off to the side. We're just going to switch. So we're just going to take the right arm out. Inhale up, bend at your elbow. Exhale, over to the side. Inhale, open up, reach back with the left finger. You can circle out the wrist here. And release back to center. All right, last one. Inhale up nice and tall. Exhale, take the twist. Reach back with that right hand. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, side body. Right hand comes down, just switching on over. Inhale up. Exhale over. And then inhale, turn the torso back. Reach back, open up through the chest. Man, let it all go. All right, we're going to uncross. You can either roll off to the side or roll over the knees. We're just going to set ourselves up. Put your blanket off to the side. You can have your blocks up near the top of the mat, having those available if you like. I like to cue with a lot of props. Up to you. Not mandatory, but it makes your arms a lot longer. Makes the floor come up to you just a little bit easier. We're going to work our way up into a down dog. So take your time, set your foundation nice and strong. Thumbs facing in towards each other. Maybe pinkies out a little bit. We're going to go ahead and tuck the toes under. And then start to pull your hips up and back. So come into a little crouch here. Press into the mat and start to draw your tailbone up to the sky. Take your time. Stretch out through the calves. Press down through the heels. And you can shorten your stance up to do that. You can take one foot a little bit more forward. Pressing out. Alternating here. Working it all the way up through the back of the leg. And then just checking with those arms. Like the elbows splaying out to the side. Zip and roll the triceps in towards the ears to firm up those shoulders. We're going to come up onto the balls of the feet, lift up onto the toes, take a nice big breath in there. And then on the exhale, just let the heels come down to whatever degree and pull your heart space back towards your thighs to just create a little bit more length in the spine, right through the mid to low back. Wonderful. Big breath into the belly here. Exhale, just let it all go. Heels sink down, maybe just a little bit more. Bending the knees if you need to. And then we're just going to walk the hands up towards the feet. So take your time, stretch out through the calves as you get there. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and slide the hands up into the shins. We're going to press into those shins, pull our thigh bones back as much as we can, and reach the crown of the head forward, out over the edge of the mat. So we have that push and pull going on in the body, pulling back through the thighs, reach forward the crown. Nice flat spine, neutral neck. Take a nice big breath in here. On the exhale, we're going to hinge and fold forward. Slide the hands towards the back of the calves or back of the thighs, wherever your arms land. Take a nice big breath in. And then on the exhale, pull your nose towards your knees. Let the elbows come out towards the edges of the mat. Bend and straighten the legs. Release. We're just going to do that one more time. So halfway lift, palms to thighs or shins, sorry. Deep breath, thighs back, crown forward, breathe into the back. Exhale, melt, hinge and fold. Slide the hands towards the back of the calves or thighs, elbows out. Draw your nose down and in toward your kneecap. Release the arms. We're going to grab for opposite elbows. If you can get all of the elbows, great. If that's not available for you, you can just sort of interlace the palms and grab for opposite wrists, whatever's comfortable in the shoulders here. Bend the knees a lot. Start to root to rise, press down through your heels. Start to roll your spine up nice and slow. On the inhale, lift the arms up. It's like you're taking a sweatshirt off or a shirt off. Open up here, pull those elbows back as much as you can. Nice big breath into the low back here. Again, you can part the hands a little bit more if it's too tight in the shoulder joint. Nice big breath in. On the exhale, we're going to cactus those arms. Just let the elbows squeeze down the back. Open up through the chest here. Hips can come forward just a little bit to open the chest a little bit more. Stretching out through the front of the body, the pelvis, the tops of the thigh. We're going to inhale, lift up. We're going to hook the thumbs together. Reach fingertips up nice and tall. Press down through your heels and feel that extension through the whole body, from the legs up through the torso, up through the crown of the head. It's got a big breath in here. On the exhale, fingertips are going to come forward. Spread those shoulder blades apart. Just kind of push the fingertips away. So spreading and getting into the back. Nice big breath in here. Exhale, release all the way down. You can release the grip of the thumbs. We're just going to do that same little sequence. Inhale halfway, breath and movement sinking together. Exhale, hinge and fold. Hold up, nose towards the kneecaps, elbows out. We'll go ahead and reach for those opposite elbows, bend those knees. Inhale brings you up nice and slow. Big breath, pull the elbows up. Exhale, cactus those arms. Thrust of the hips forward. And then one more time. Inhale up nice and tall with those thumbs. Deep breath in, feel that extension. Exhale, push it away, around the back. Spread those shoulder blades. And exhale, release. Fold down and in one last time. Halfway lift. And exhale, hinge and fold. All right, we're going to take the palms either down towards blocks. We're going to take the palms to the mat. We're just going to take a big step back. Option here, set the foundation up nice and strong. If it's a little much on the knee, we're going to be here for a little sequence in a low lunge. You can also grab that blanket and just bring it right under the kneecap. Give yourself a little cushion. Make it comfortable for you. All right. Blocks alongside that front knee. We're just going to come into a low lunge here. So we want that heel lined up right underneath that kneecap. You can take palms either alongside on the blocks. You can take palms up to the knee. And we're going to go ahead and sink down into that right hip. We're going to lift up through the left fingertips. So feel that push and pull in the body going on, right? Sinking in the hips, lifting through the chest. Pull the hip back and just kind of suck up all the energy, a little squeeze of that pelvic floor up and in as you lift. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, sink. And just work through that a few times. So engage the belly. Big breath in, even though we're engaging the belly, we're not holding the breath. Sink back down into that lunge, stretching out through that psoas. And then it's okay, you can bring both palms to the knees, but keep that length in the top torso. All right, wonderful. Palms down to the mat. Take a look here just for a minute. It's kind of a little bit of a cheat here. We're going to turn that heel back. So we want a little bit of a kickstand here. All right. So what we want is the hips squared up. We want a little bend in that knee.
on the front foot. Then we want to turn the hips and kind of open up the front of the body. Wonderful. All right. We're going to go ahead and take the arms out, like as if you were in a warrior two. Take a look at that front knee. If it's starting to turn in, just give it a little pull. We want a nice open thigh here. Inhale, lift up through your torso. Exhale, sink into your lunge just a little bit more. It's okay. We're going to take a little extended side angle, this modified extended side angle. So take that front elbow to the knee. Take that backhand, spin it up around in front of the face. And then exhale, reach it up over the ear, or just reaching up towards the sky. Just taking the bend as far as it's okay in the body. Keep breathing into that belly. One more. Exhale, release back up to warrior two arm. Then we're just going to take a little reverse warrior. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. Start to reach it back. If it's okay, maybe reaching the back fingertips back to add a little bit more extension, a little bit more bend. You can also have the block back there if you like. More breath. So back up, warrior two. Let's do that one more time. Extended side angle. Arm comes up and over. Big breath into those side ribs on the right side. Spinning and drawing that back elbow or top elbow back. Back to warrior two. And then again, so gentle reverse. Take it up first, create space. Take it back, tip it back, any degree is comfortable. And back up. And then just go ahead and take your palms down and just turn everything back towards the center. Placing those hands down, we're going to go ahead and take that front foot back, make a little rock side to side on those hips. Let's make it easy on us. Let's tuck the toes under, push back into down dog. As we set up for that second side, we'll take the right leg up nice and high. Take a big breath in. And then on the exhale, draw the knee towards the nose and push the mat away to create some space for that foot to land. Now, if it's going to land short, no problem. Just come back onto the knee, scooch it up, help yourself out. You want to make sure that foot's not back too far. So again, lined up, heel underneath that knee, keeping everything nice and firm and safe. Set the foundation first. We sink into that left hip. Let's take that right arm up. Create that length. Inhale, squeeze and pull up the energy. Create length. Exhale, slip. Moving with that, with the breath. Breathing in. Exhaling, sinking in. A few more at your own pace. Top head can come down if you like. Wonderful. All right, palms coming down and then just kickstanding that knee off to the side. Right? So up, back behind you. Kind of turn the body. You're opening up through the front of the body. Turn around so I'm not facing the backside. So kind of turn, open everything up. You can pull that knee out just a little bit if it's drawing in. You want hips open, pelvis open, chest open here. Take the arms out to a little warrior two. Big breath in, lift up through the crown. Exhale, sink in a little bit more. All right, extended side angle, elbow to knee. Take that hand up in front of the face. And then reaching up over the ear. Breathe into the belly. Feel a little stretch and that little bit of skin right between the top of your hip and the bottom of your rib cage there. As you reach and extend over, breathe into that space. Letting that breath travel and explore. Back up, warrior two. Gentle reverse here. Take it up, 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 and start to tip back. You can also take that back arm if you're not going all the way down. You can just bend it and bring it to the low back. Give yourself a little bit more support. One more breath. Exhale backwards. All right. Same thing one more time. Extended side angle. Up, over. Connecting breath with movement. Pulling that top elbow back to open up the chest. That's great. Back to warrior two. And reverse one last time. Any degrees comfortable. All right, let it all go. Palms down. Just bring everything back into line. Go ahead and place the palms down. Bring that leg back into alignment. We'll come into a plank pose here. So tuck the toes under. Press out through those heels. If that's a little too intense for you, just come into a modified plank with those knees down. The knees are down. Keep that belly engaged. So you're not just kind of hanging out, right? You want to press up out of those shoulders. So if you're sinking into the shoulders, press the mat away. Pull the middle of the back up. Press out through the heels. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we're going to lower the knees down. We're going to lower all the way through the chest and keep the elbows pulled in towards those ribs, protecting those shoulder joints. Then we're going to slide forward into a sphinx. So before we do that, lift up one of your toes, reach it back. Lift up the other one, reach it back. Press into your pelvis. Create as much contact with the tops of your thighs, your pelvis as possible. Then we're going to slide our elbows forward, right underneath the shoulders. Spread those fingertips nice and wide here. Press into the mat. And then just pull up through the kneecaps here. So see if you can get the kneecaps popping up off the mat. Pull your belly up. Deep breath in. And then pull your heart space through the shoulders, almost as if you're dragging the lower half of your body forward. And feel that engage your entire mid to low back. Big breath. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Breathe into the right ribs here. Exhale back to center, deep breath in. Exhale, over right shoulder, breathe into the left rib. Notice how the breath changes in the shape. Exhale, release back to center. One more breath in. Exhale, lower the head, slide those palms back underneath the shoulders. Push all the way back. Take a little quick child's pose here. Option here, either knees nice and wide with toes to touch, pulling hips back. If that's a little too intense, you can keep knees together and just bring your nose in towards the knees. Wherever you are, just melt down through the crown of your head for a moment. Pause, notice, check in with the breath. How's the body feeling? One more cycle here, nice and slow. Nice, slow exhale. Pull his hips back towards the heels a little bit more. Start to bring yourself back up. Slide knees back towards each other. Feet about hip width distance. Tuck those toes under. We'll push all the way back. Downward facing dog. Paddle out your dog if you like. And then inhale, lift up through that tailbone. On the exhale, pull that heart back towards those thighs. Feel a nice long spine here. Breathe into the center of the back. Nice slow exhale out. Left leg is going to go up and back. Big breath in. On the exhale, push that mat away. Find some space for that front foot to land up near the hand. Scooch it up if you need to. We're going to drop the back heel, and that back foot is going to be perpendicular to the back of the mat, coming up into a warrior two. Take your time. No rush. Build the foundation. Same thing we were just doing as we were down on the ground. So if that knee's kind of buckling in, you want to pull open. I like to even take my palms and just roll the thighs open here physically and just kind of feel that openness in the pelvis. All right, arms out front to back. Take a nice big breath in, lift up through the crown. On the exhale, sink into that lunge a little deeper. All right, same thing we did. More low. Extended side angle, elbow to knee. Inhale, arm up, over the ear. Make sure you're not sinking into that front shoulder joint. Get some space in between the top of that shoulder and your neck so you're not dropping in. Breathing. Back up, warrior two. It's about as intense as we're going to be getting. I'm going to flip that top finger, drop it down a little bit, take it up, 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 up. Reverse warrior. Sink into that front knee. And that back hand can either slide down the back leg, or again, you can bend the elbow, bring it to the mid to low back. Give yourself a little bit more foundation there. One more breath. Exhale back, warrior two. One last time. Deep breath in. On the exhale, we're going to windmill those hands down. Turn the back toe. Either one big step or a couple little steps. You're just going to come all the way forward. Back to where we started. Pull those thighs back. Press into those shins. Nice flat spine. Nice big breaths in here. Nice slow exhales. Melt and fold yourself forward. Grab the backs of those calves. Elbows out. Wrap those opposite elbows. Pull the elbows down. Feel your spine become a little bit longer here. Shake your head yes and no. Any tension you're holding in the jaw. Let it go. Bend those knees. Root to rise. Roll up through the spine. Nice and slow. Big inhale. Lift up at the top. Exhale. Cactus those arms. Open up. Inhale back up. Those thumbs, deep breath in. Exhale, pushing away, spread it back. Big breath in. Exhale, hinging forward. Plant those hands either on blocks or on the mat. Take a big step back or several little ones, and then drop that back here. Set yourself up for that second side warrior two. Take your time, set the foundation. Roll those thighs open. Draw that front knee out. Take the arms out, front to back. Just kind of feel out your space. Extended side angle, moving nice and slow. Inhale, open up. Reach that fingertips up and over the ear. Nice line of energy from that back edge of the back foot all the way up through those side ribs, out those fingertips. Beautiful. One more. Nice slow exhale, release. Use that core strength to bring yourself back up. Warrior two. Almost there. Flip that top hand. Big circle. Up, 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 back. Reach back. Big breath into the front side ribs here. Option with that back arm. Support the low back. Take it down the back leg. And sink into that front knee one more time. Big breath in here. Exhale, warrior two. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn the toes in. We'll face the side wall here. So heels are out, toes are in. Have a little bend in the knees so you don't have to lock everything out. And inhale, just open everything up, nice and big. Take the hips slightly forward here. So stretch out through the front of the body. Open the chest, open the heart. Big nice inhale here. On the exhale, we're going to take fingertips to the hip points. Pull your hips back. Reach the crown of your head forward, forward, forward. As hips drop back, Big breath in there. Exhale, hinge and fold forward a little bit more. Hands options here. Backs of the calves, backs of the thighs, down in front of the face, hands to blocks. Just going to sink the crown of the head down. Let the weight of the head extend the spine. Relax the face muscles, relax the jaw. Nice big breath in. And you fold down a little bit deeper. One more cycle of breath. Nice slow exhale. We'll come up halfway, so just start to inhale up, just bring a little bit more blood flow back into the head so we don't pass out. All right, and then start to heel toe your feet in towards each other. Just working them back in, about hip width distance. And then turn yourself back towards the top of the mat. And then we're just going to come all the way down to a seated position. Great job, everybody. Position, face more towards the front. All right, how's everybody feeling? Doing okay? Good, good. All right, you can go ahead and grab that blanket again, if you like. Lifting those hips. Just take those legs out nice and long in front of us. A little shake out, ankles, back to the thighs. So go ahead and roll those shoulders up, back, and down. And just take the palms right alongside the hips here. Pull the elbows in, press out through the heels, and draw the backs of the thighs down. Staff pose. Sit up nice and tall in that spine. And then just kind of reach underneath, maybe just pull the flesh out of the way. We want to be in front of the sit bone. So instead of sitting back on your tail, because if you try to fold forward and you're on your tailbone, you're going nowhere. So you want to be in front of those sit bones, sitting up nice and tall. Open in the chest. Inhale, lift nice and tall. Grow up through those side ribs. Create as much length. I like to think of one of those little bendy straws that you're opening up, right? Deep breath in. On the exhale, hinge, reach out over the toes. They may never get there. Maybe they just land on the thighs. Maybe it's the shins. Grab a hold of it. On your next inhale, lift up to your chin, create a little bit more space. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold in. Big breath into the back. Nice slow exhale out. Let go of whatever you're holding on to. We're going to go ahead and take that. Let's go. Let me face this way. It might be a little bit easier for you guys. So that would be the left heel for you. We'll go ahead and pull that to the inner thigh. Let the knee fall out to the side. You can also place a block under there if you'd like, having a little bit of extra support, blanket, whatever feels good. All right. Press that thigh into the, or press the foot into the inner thigh. Again, sit up nice and tall. So if your back is rounding, pull that low back in just a little bit. Keep that front foot nice and flexed. Lift up nice and tall. Create that length. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach. Fold down. Feel that in the hamstring on the right side. You can have a bend in that knee. So it's not about hyperextending that extended leg. Have a little bend in the knee if you need to. And find your edge, right? When you're getting into these stretches, the breath is the key here. So find where your body feels it. Breathe into that space, back off and fill up the body with breath. And then on the exhale, just feel the weight of your body. And the exhale, stretch a little bit deeper. We're not just forcing the muscle, we're breathing into it, using breath to help with the movement. Let's go one more breath. Nice, slow exhale out. So walk fingertips back in, round back up in the spine. we're gonna take the shoulders, we're gonna turn them and open up off to the side. Keep the legs sort of where they are. You're just shifting the shoulders out over the hips, kind of opening things up. We're gonna inhale, lift up again. Keep that front foot nice and active. So you're pressing out through the heel. Deep breath in. And the exhale, we're just gonna fold down kind of into the middle. So notice how as we turn the torso and we fold in here, you're feeling this a little bit more on the inner thigh, maybe on that inner part of the back of the thigh, as opposed to the outer. Same setup with the legs, just a little bit different movement in the torso. Nice big breath in. Soften, exhale, breathe into the stretch. One more. Right, walk fingertips back in. Turn those shoulders and open up even more. So pull that back shoulder back, the left shoulder back as much as you can. Take the left arm out to the side and just reach it open. You take the right arm, bring it to the inside of that thigh, press into that, the inside of the shin, and then use that leverage to open up and reach and open the chest a little bit more. Nice big breath in here. On the exhale, we're going to take that back arm, the left arm up, up, up. Deep breath in. Exhale. Maybe bending into the elbow. You can also have a block here under that forearm on the right arm. And if that arm kind of gets hooked as you're trying to extend it over the ear, just as we were doing before, that little trick is to take it in front of your face. And it kind of gets around that shoulder joint, and then pull the elbow back, and then side bend into it a little bit more. One more breath here. Exhale, breathe back up. Inhale, arms up one last time. Deep breath in. This time on the exhale, we're going to take that right arm back across the thigh, just like we did before. Roll the top shoulder back. Inhale, lift up, and then just twist from the base of the spine up into the shoulders. Crown of the head goes last, looking over that left shoulder. Keep that right foot active. Press through the heel. Exhale, unwind yourself from the top down, back to center. All right, go ahead and reach under that extended leg. Just give it a little help. Give that little shake out. Let it go. Or it's that same setup on the second side. I love this series because it's so simple and it's just the same leg setup, and you're kind of working through all these different points of the body and getting all these different stretches on the same kind of pose. All right, press into that inner thigh, keep that front foot nice and active. Draw the low back up and in so you sit up nice and tall. And if that's a little too much on that knee, you might even be able to have it a little bit further out. If it's in here, it's going to probably be a little more intense. So it could be here. If that's too intense, you could even have it bent like this. Okay. Whenever. No problem. Nice and easy. All right. Inhale up nice and tall. Deep breath in. Exhale, send you down. Nice big breath in. Okay. One more cycle. Walk them back up the head. Turn the shoulders, kind of lining up, squaring up at the hip. Press out through that heel a little bit more. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, start to hinge and fold towards the middle. Not about how far down you go. Your body's going to let you know. You might be up nice and tall. You might just have fingers. You might have fingers on blocks. You'll feel it on that inner thigh. Breathe into that space. bending the knee if you need it. One more breath. Exhale, release. Bring yourself all the way back up and in. Turn the shoulders, open up and a little bit more. So draw that right shoulder back. And then you take that left hand, bring it to the inner thigh, inner calf. You can also have a block available here. And then just using that leverage, open up the chest, reach back with the right hand. And you can take that forearm and slide it to the inside. You can bend the elbow or stay up nice and tall. Reach it up. And then again, if you like, maybe in front of the face first. Then reach, take it over the ear. Breathe into the ribs. One more breath here, Yogi. Nice, gentle exhale. Back up, fingertips up one more time. Deep breath in. Left hand across the knee. Twist and roll back, roll that back shoulder back. So nice and tall first. And then exhale, twist from the base of the spine up into the shoulders. Crown of the head looks over that right shoulder last. More cycle of breath. Nice, slow exhale out. Twist a little deeper. And gently start to release. Crown of the head first. So we just go back out the same way we came in, from the top all the way back down to the body. Reach underneath, give a little help out. Let's go ahead and pull both heels in towards each other. Soles of the feet connect. You can pull those heels in as much as comfortable. Grab for those ankles, grab for the thigh or the shins, and then just roll up through the pelvis. So you're taking that curve out of the low back, open the chest, breathe into the pelvic floor, into the belly. Nice, so exhale out. One more. Nice, so exhale out. So go ahead and grab the outer edge of the knees. Bring them back in towards each other. We'll meet you on your back. Place your props off to the side. You can have that blanket if you like underneath the low back, or if you want to have it under the back of the head. And just take a moment here, draw the knees up into the chest. Pull that tailbone back down, just a gentle roll side to side on that lower back. Preparing your body for stillness. Go ahead and take one final happy baby if you'd like. If there's anything else that causes you to practice for the moment, take a twist. If you'd like to take a plow pose, a bridge pose, final moment, just whatever your body calls for, but you're just ready to lay in stillness. And when you're ready, just let those legs extend out long in front of you. Pull the edges of your feet to the outer edges of the mat, and just let your toes fall out to the edges beyond the mat. Let that opening travel up through your ankles, into your legs, into your pelvis, all the way up into your heart space. Nothing left to do here, but just enjoy the benefits of your practice. Just before you do that, just do a final scan of the body. Are you holding any tension unknowingly in the back of the jaw? Soften the tiny muscles around the eye sockets. Relax the throat.
Soften the collarbones, relax the belly, relax the kneecaps. Just be here in this moment of stillness, quiet breath. Instead of checking out, just checking into the heart space. Let that mind continue to be settled. If anything comes up, just return to that breath. And just being here, moment of stillness with your true self. Allow me to call you back in a few moments. All right, yogis, let's just gently begin to deepen the breath. Welcome sensation back into the body. Subtle movements. Raise the eyebrows, moisten the lips. And the head gently side to side, little fingers and toes. Sliding the feet back towards each other, connecting the ankles, flexing. Point the toes out over the edge of the mat and reach the fingertips all the way back up beyond the mat. And hook those thumbs one more time. Spread fingertips nice and wide. Breathe into that heart space. Just feel all that space you created in your body today. Exploring breath, exploring movement, self-care, and self-healing. One more big breath in. On that exhale, gather knees up, back into the chest. Just on a final squeeze, maybe draw the nose up towards the kneecap. When you're ready, take your time, roll yourself off to whatever side is comfortable. Keep your gaze soft or the eyes closed, and we'll make our way back up to a comfortable seat. So take a moment here and just feel the body come into alignment with the head over the heart and heart over the hips. Feel that connection through your tail of stability, through your root chakra. Feel that connection to the divine as your crown of your head goes up nice and tall and light, creates a little more length in that spine. Just feel that breath between these two opposing ends of the body, connecting the two. Feel that union, feel the yoga. Inhale, fingertips out and up to touch. The gaze comes along. Nice big breath here. And humbly slide those palms down, the center line of your body. Nestle your thumbs at your breastplate. And bow down. That inner self, the true self, letting go of control, letting go of judgment, needing to solve or accomplish anything, just breathing, being, playing, inhabiting the body. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank yourself for doing the best thing you can do is participate in your own self-healing. Truly an honor for me to guide you through your practice. You have a wonderful day. Namaste, everyone. Thank you. Wonderful day, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much. It was wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Good to see you. I didn't see you sneak in there.
Well, I couldn't start my computer. It was
Oh, no.
warming
Oh,
up.
good. We're glad you showed up.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I came late too. Hi, Andrew.
Bye, Brian.
I came late too. Who are you? Please tell me your name.
Yeah, I'm Tommy. I'm subbing for Kristen today.
Tommy.
She's out, but yeah, I'll be teaching Tuesday mornings in the park starting in October and Tuesday evenings in the studio.
Tommy, I so enjoyed your class. Thank you.
Oh,
for
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you
was
so much.
lovely. Lovely.
Appreciate it. Great.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Take care, everybody.
See you later, Tom.
Oh, I was gonna say
Bye-bye, Will.
October, that's
Hey,
so
Will.
far. Next week,
Yeah.
like next week.